Yeah. I know it's early. I know it's like friggin' 9:30 in the morning. But package just came for me today, and there's actually three, which is a record breaker. So we have the Royal Air Force F-4 Phantom, which I was telling you about, and the IDF F-16. God, I'm blanking today. Then we have two Inaugural 777 sets. So we're gonna get this big guy out of the way. So, I mean, it was packed up pretty tight because like a plastic shell on it and such. Which I will actually keep the box for storage purposes. And this is quite the acrobatics to get it all out. Well, I guess it's coming out then. Give me a second, I'm just going to pause this. After a long 10-minute debacle, it is all done. And I decided to trash the box because there's no way I was getting in there without trashing the box anyways. So, we've got two 777-200s. One is bare metal with a clear coat. Come on. Oh, sorry. Then we have one with a 777-200 inaugural Boeing paint scheme, which I find is pretty cool. This is like basically the first ones off the line that Matchbox has made, so that's pretty neat. There's nothing really to say about it because words can't really do it justice, like I keep saying with all the other ones. So we're gonna move this Typhoon out of the way. We're gonna move this 747 out of the way. And we're gonna put this guy in there, and then this guy in there, like that. There we go. So next we're gonna save this guy for last. So next we're gonna do this guy, the Israeli Falcon. This Falcon I couldn't find in Canada, so I have to go south to the States to find it. I didn't actually go to the States because obviously of what's going on there, so I just ordered it from the States. I'm not going down there. Pay me all the money you want. I'm not going down there right now. So first off, we've got a nice 3-tone camo, the dark brown, the tan, and the green. I think that's like a sage green, I don't know. And then we've got 106 on the tail, 2 Star of Davids on the wings that indicate that they are from Israel. Like, Israel's grenadelles are so unique. It's basically just the Jewish religion Star of David just filled in with blue. Yeah, it's got, I mean, this is the F-16A, the Netz, N-E-T-Z, that was operating in the 80s, that did the reactor raid in Iraq, the Iraq reactor. And it attacked the reactor because basically Saddam said, oh, we're going to use this to exterminate the Jewish people and Israel. That's basically what Saddam Hussein said. And Israel was like, oh, no, we are not going to let you do that. So, America, do you have any pictures of Baghdad, most specifically a reactor? And the States was like, oh, okay, here, sure, have a look. And then they planned their raid on that without telling the Americans. And mind you, these jets are new to Israel because actually Iran was looking at getting F-16s, but then the Ayatollah came into power, became hostile, and they were like, Israel, do you want these F-16s? And they're like, yeah, we want them. So they took them, and they did all that, and then they actually call their jets like a whole different thing. This isn't the Falcon, this is the Netz. So that tells you that their cultural roots are buried inside these aircraft. So yeah, it's just sorry about that. Sorry about the sniffling and all that, because I got allergies from the cotton trees outside. But yeah, it's a standard F-16, but it's really cool looking because it's Israeli. I love the Israeli equipment. The thing is, I'm pro-Israeli to a point. Their blockades and stuff, no, I don't really support that. But taking out the terrorists and stuff and the stuff they use, like some of their equipment, is pretty cool. Like they've got their own custom F-35s and F-16s that they've modified in-house. Same with their F-15s. They're not F-15E Strike Eagles, they're F-15Is. No, this is a different back of the box. So for the Phantom, we've got that one. We got that one. Actually, this one broke, so I'm getting a new one. I don't have that one, but that'd be cool to have. I don't have that one, but it'd be cool to have. I got that one. That one's on the way. Don't have that one. Don't have that one. Don't have that one. Don't have that one. That's kind of cool. That's the first prototype F-16 paint scheme. And then there's an A-10, which I don't have, but I have two others, not in the same color. And then I got this guy. So it's always I missed on that one. So it's always cool to see what the back of the box looks like with certain aircraft. So, alrighty, here we are. This is by far one of the coolest Phantoms that I have received. Green underbelly, black nose, Royal Air Force, tail number 490. This one doesn't have a code like the Royal Navy one, XV570. But it is pretty cool to see that they are trying to go for realism here. I'm not exactly sure which squadron this is. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I can look it up in a book I have. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll probably add it in the description of the video, because it's currently escaping my mind right now. Yeah, I like this Phantom. Words can't do it justice, basically, of how cool it is. Honestly, it's just one step away from being an Israeli jet, because you could just take the gray and turn it into a desert tan, take the green and turn it a bit lighter, and then you get yourself an Israeli Phantom. But take off the British markings and the number. I guess keep the number. Take off the British markings and the squadron markings here and on the tail. Take off the British fin flash and the four roundels. Put Star of David there, and then you got yourself an Israeli jet, which is pretty cool. This one's from 1975. Well, Matchbox first started making Phantoms in 75, so it's about, I'd say 50 years. 50 years ago they started making Phantoms. And they discontinued them sometime in the early 2000s for some weird reason. Would be cool if they made an Israeli Phantom or a Greek or Turkish Phantom. Or a German Phantom, no less, because I've seen them make German Tornadoes. But, yeah, this is a really cool Phantom, and it will go nicely on my carrier. Here we go, 2 Brits. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I gotta film more Tomcats, because, there's the helicopter. Yep. Oh yeah, here's the Tomcat I was telling you about. I actually got the canopy off without messing up the fuselage. So I just used this little porthole right here to take it off, and now the canopy is right here. Yeah, that's all messed up though, but no one's gonna see that bit. It's all messed up. No one's gonna see it that bit, because it'll be underneath in the fuselage with the desert tan Iranian Tomcat that I'm getting. Well, it's the Aggressor Squadron Tomcat, but whatever, I call it Iranian Tomcat because it looks cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna sort of line them up, the ones that I got today, flanked by that, and then we grab this guy. Now we're gonna just take a little photo here. There. Photo taken. These guys can go back in the hangar for their mid-air refueling outfit. And I know I said mid-air refueling for the 777s, but I don't have a 767, so that's the closest you're gonna get. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.